Welcome to another episode of the Chrissy Mayer podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. If you're listening to us right now on iTunes, please go and leave a 5-star review. Won't you please? I've been getting a lot of really great reviews on iTunes, but also on YouTube. I've been really appreciating your great comments, and it's always good to see, when we have recurring people on the podcast, that you guys are starting to really, really like the repeats. So I enjoy that too. You know what else I enjoy? Stand-up comedy. I got a couple dates coming up. Next Wednesday, the 21st, I'm going to be performing at Tiff's Ale House in Morris Plains, New Jersey. It's also known as the Dojo, also known as Morris Plains Comedy Club or Tiff's Comedy Club. So get your tickets for that show right now. Bob Levy will be hosting, and Mike Figs from the Wet Spot will be featuring for me. Also, I'm going to be headlining at a show for Stand Up New York on Thursday, November 12th. That's going to be like my birthday show. Larry Baya will be hosting. Caitlin Murphy will be on that show as well, and maybe a couple more names. So get your tickets for that show as well if you are in the Brooklyn, Coney Island area. Speaking of areas, Silk City Hot Sauce. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce, use the promo code CMP. You'll get 15% off your entire order. Plus, they're going to throw in for free a bottle of their hot cherry sriracha. I had it yesterday. It's hot. It's seriously hot. You pour it out, it looks like blood, but it tastes fantastic. That's going to be for free, plus some cool stickers. So check out Silk City Hot Sauce. They've got tons of flavors with kooky names. These guys also really love and appreciate comedy. I appreciate all of their retweets and all of the Twitter banter. So go to Silk City Hot Sauce, use the promo code CMP, get 15% off your whole order. Speaking of orders, this episode is also sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about something we all need more of, Tina. Not just sex, but great sex. Fellas, now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, bluechew.com. That's blue, like the color blue.
Blue balls.
Blue like your balls. After Tina's done with you, Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Take them anytime, day, night, whenever, even on a full stomach, so you can be ready for when an opportunity arises. Ladies, you can get in on this too and get some for your man. A little stocking stuffer. Maybe you can get your stocking stuffed. Blue Chew is made in the USA. It's prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to a doctor. You don't have to wait in line. It's cheaper than a pharmacy. They prepare it and ship it right to your door in a discreet little package so that your package can be not so little. I don't know. I'm just improvising. But there's no awkwardness, and you don't have to wait in line. You don't have to leave your house. If you could benefit from more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is a fast and easy way to enhance your performance. And right now, we have a special deal for you. Go to bluechew.com. Get your first shipment free when you use the promo code CMP. Just pay $5 in shipping. Again, that's BLUE, chew.com. Use the code CMP. Try it for free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper choice. I thank them for sponsoring this podcast. Remember, this pod is free. So if you want to support me, support them and use promo code CMP. I'm so excited to have this gal back on the show. She's a friend of mine. She's been to Compound Media quite a few times. She's kind of been all over. She blew up this summer. She's become a viral sensation. Her viral pro-patriot, pro-Trump rants have earned her probably in like the tens of millions of views. It might be more at this point. I'm so excited to have her back. It's Tina Forte.
Hello. How are you? I love you, Chrissy.
I love you, Tina. I am so happy to have you on today because I know you've had a bit of a crazy day in the city, running around, doing some.
Yes, and my voice is a little off from yelling for like the past 2 weeks.
And you were like, you were telling me, you're like, I was just yelling at my family, like, eat the damn Chinese food. Don't bother me.
Don't fucking bother me. Get the fucking dogs out of my room. Eat your Chinese food. Leave me the fuck alone.
Well, I appreciate. Yeah, you've been really, really busy, Tina. I mean, so much has happened since we last had you on in late July.
It's that long, July.
July 26th. Was the first episode.
Wow.
It hasn't really fully clicked in for me yet that it is now October, and now I feel like
Yeah.
we're just back to regular March weather, which is where mentally
Yeah.
I have been for this whole time.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think maybe it was one of the first times I wanted to bring you to Compound Media, and you were like, "Oh no, I can't. I'm doing a Trump like boat thing." You're like, they called me up, they
Yeah.
invited me. How explain what that was like? Yeah,
Oh,
it
that was
was that your first
amazing.
big event.
That was one of my big events. I mean, I've done the, like that was a big one, I have to say, yeah, because I met Donald Trump's sister. I met Robert's wife, Donald Trump's brother who passed away. I met his wife. I met some of
Oh,
the family there, nieces and nephews, and it was just a beautiful day. I did the 9/11 tribute, and then on the 12th we did the big boat parade. So I was down at 9/11 in the harbor. So I was on that boat. We did
wow.
the memorial. Yeah,
Who
so that was pretty
else?
amazing.
Who else was on the boat with you? Were you with
Um,
like other sort of people like yourself, like sort of other viral sensations?
um, I was with Dion from the flag drop. He was there. I don't know if you know, like yesterday we did a big flag drop in the city. He's very well known. He does the big flag drops like all over the United States, all over the world, I should say. He's like was been banned from Disney, so he was there. And I know
Banned from
yeah,
Disney.
he was banned from Disney for dropping a Trump flag. Something, yeah. I
For
love.
real? When was
Yeah.
this?
It was a while ago, but he's been doing this for a long time. He just does these major flag drops. So I got to meet him, and ever since then, he invites me to all the flag drops. So you see me on the
Wow.
Intrepid, you see me hanging off the overpass at the Intrepid, you know, during rush hour traffic with the big Trump flags and getting the middle fingers from everybody, and then who's cheering us on and who's dialing 911 on us,
Oh
and
my God. How does it
it's
work?
been
Like,
an
how do you
amazing
get, so he'll get these like giant flags and then
He
you'll
just
just
gets these
drop them over
giant
a
flags.
highway or something.
Yes, he'll just text you and say, be at this place at this time for a flag drop. And
Wow. And it's exciting.
yeah, and like for him to involve me in it was just amazing. Because what he does is an amazing thing, the feeling you get. I mean, these aren't little flags. We're waving 30 by 30 huge
It's
flags,
like as big
camouflage.
as a room, right? It's
They're
like, yeah.
huge. They're huge. And you just the love. We have some of them he puts on poles. Some of them we just hang right over the overpass. And they're in
Wow.
all the traffic, you know, on both sides of the overpass. And what an amazing event. I'm standing up and I had the naked cowboy with me and he's singing, I'm slapping his ass and I'm waving flags.
Oh my God, Tina, I just met the naked, our worlds are like colliding far too often because I just met the naked cowboy on Monday. He was at Compound Media doing In Hot Water, and it's like, and I was watching it on my phone because I have like the app on my phone, and I'm walking because I was going to do Anthony Cumia's show at 4, and I was like, oh my God, because I know there's a delay from what's on my phone to what's in the studio, and I was like, oh my
Right.
God, if I time this right, like he'll be leaving just as I'm getting there, and sure
Yeah.
enough, like the door opens, there's like a 10 men in a
He's
bathing suit
great.
bottom, and I was like, it's the naked cowboy, and it's like I've never, the friendliest guy, he was all
Yeah.
over me in 5 seconds, less than, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, hello, I was
Yeah, he's awesome. That's why when I saw him on your story, I asked you if you slapped his ass. Because I smacked his ass. He picked me up. He was rocking me back and forth. We had so much fun that day.
Oh my God, Tina. I did
Yeah.
not even have an opportunity to smack the naked cowboy's ass
I
because
smacked
guess
his
what?
ass.
He took my hand and like put
Put it
my hand
there.
on his ass. He put it there in case I didn't know what to do. He just was like, because we were posing for photos and he's like such a ham. He was just like
Yeah.
holding onto my head and he was like,
Yeah, he is.
but
He
like, what a
is. He's
sweetheart. And it was
great.
so refreshing in a time where people are, well, not me, but a lot of people are like afraid to touch each
A lot
other,
of
afraid to
people,
hug.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was really so refreshing. And I was like, oh, I was like, what a guy. He's just one of these people like you who is like full of light, full of like love for
And
life. And
energy and
just,
love.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like really amazing. And he covered his, I guess his guitar with like Trump stickers and
Yeah, he did. And he had USA on his ass the day he came
yeah.
on the drop with us. He was amazing. And his song had me cracking up. I have it all over my internet.
Oh my God.
He was a ball to have on the bridge with us.
So
On
you,
the
Naked Cowboy,
overpass.
any other people that like kind of semi-recognizable?
I met a lot of people in Miami. I was invited down to Miami. and I met governors from South Dakota, Kristi Noem. I met Pam Bondi, met Matt Gaetz, Bernie Kerik.
Ooh.
Yeah, been meeting a lot of people, and it's just amazing to. I was in Miami for 5 days. I was one of the speakers, and the events that they had, and the gala, and we had a big MAGA drink, the interstate, the thousands of cars that rallied in Miami this weekend. I was a part of that, and to be around the same people that have the same like mind as us, loving, happy, not one thing negative. For 5 days to be in that atmosphere, I felt like I was in a normal world again.
Like
It was
positivity
amazing.
everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a wonderful feeling. I missed that.
Yeah.
That disappeared. That disappeared because of these lefty motherfuckers that won't let us live our life. They want to mask us, and they
For
want to
real.
take our life away from us. Like, and I'm not talking about killing us. I'm talking about, well, you could say slowly killing us by with the mask, and they take the life, they suck the life out of you. What they're doing, and it's
Oh
very
yeah.
unfortunate.
It's very much like I watch Caitlin Bennett's videos, and she, you know, she has a mask that says like worn by force, not by fear, because she's the girl, like she'll go around to different college campuses, which I think is like truly the Lord's work. Like the balls you have to go into any college campus in 2020 to try to speak anything that's not
Yeah.
like the liberal brainwashing talking points. That to me is like super mega
Mhm.
brave. And so I thought that was really funny that she had that mask on. And even just like, was it today the CDC came out with something where they said like like three, like of all the people that have gotten it, most of them are people who wore their masks all the time. So
Yeah.
it's like more and more information is
The
coming
mask
out
is
that the
such
masks are
bullshit.
bullshit. It's
They
about
are. It's about
control,
control. I said that
and
from day one.
then it is about actually preventing
It's
anything from coming
suppressing
through.
us. It's just suppressing us. It makes you feel weak, makes you feel vulnerable. You can't see smiles on people's faces. I did a rant when my granddaughter first went back to school. How sad it was. She was so happy to go back to school. How big 2 fucking days a week, and those 2 days they have to be masked the entire time. And like, what's happy about it? You can't see your friends smile. Can't see their faces.
Yeah.
Their desks are 6 feet apart. The classroom is cut in half, so there's only 8 kids in the class. Then I come to
Whoa.
find out that you're masking them at recess. And you're masking them at,
What?
yeah, I went off.
Wow.
I had a really bad argument, I should say, with the principal. Like, threw me off school property. I ranted about them so bad it went fucking viral. They wrote about me in the daily, whatever you could call it. I forgot the name of it. They put my videos in some daily caller shit. They called me Grandma Karen. I know somebody in the school definitely did that to me, but I didn't give a shit. And I made a rant right to the principal's
Good for
face
you.
because they threw me off school property because I refused. We're outside. The pickup is outside. So you have to sign your child out, and you're standing outside on the fucking grass. Everyone's social distancing. They tell me I have to wear a mask. I don't wear a mask. So I go, Miss Griffin, I have paperwork here. I don't care about your paperwork. I said, now you're gonna fucking care about my paperwork. So I videotaped it live, what everybody was doing. And then I went
This is
home.
you to pick up your granddaughter, who's what,
Yeah,
like
pick up
6
my
or
granddaughter,
something?
6
Yeah.
years old. It caused a scene. Then I go home, I made
Oh
a rant
God.
about it. I got so many comments on it. The detectives called me. Clarkstown detectives called me because people were writing shit on it. You know what? When I post a video, I can't keep up with things people say. They were trying everything to get the videos down. It's freedom of speech. I didn't threaten anybody. I just basically said what your fucking school policy is. I'm not taking my video down. And they didn't
Wow.
have, no, we're not
What it
calling you. Not to make a phone call because, we walked into a pile of paperwork about you today.
wait, what did the so you were saying you were just repeating back what the school policy was, so you were able to find that it actually wasn't mandatory?
It's not mandatory to what they're doing. They did everything. So, okay, if you social distance, you don't have to wear a mask. But so they're social distancing and they're masking the kids. They cut the class down in half. So
And
only
they're
8 kids
outside.
go
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday. Then the other half goes Thursday and Friday. Okay? So you're already at half capacity. You're already at 6 feet apart, and the kids are still fucking masked. I don't think so. And then when you go pick up the kids, the parents, when you're dropping them off in the car, because I don't put them on a bus, you have to wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask, especially not in the fucking car. You know my feelings on masks. So they're like starting fights at me, like, where's your mask? What do you mean? I'm sitting in my car. Oh, you can't drop your granddaughter off without a mask on. I went, go fuck yourself then.
I love you.
Like,
Do they
seriously,
not know? Do you think do they
they
like
didn't
know
know.
about you
They
and your
didn't.
videos? Like, do they
Yeah,
know that you're famous is
I
basically what I'm
don't
trying to
think
say.
they knew until the after effect, because I went back to the school that Monday because the superintendent called me. They waited 3 days. Superintendent called me on a Friday. They tried every way to get me, I guess, to take my videos down, but I didn't. So I guess the best thing was to do, which the superintendent was very nice. I can't. It was the principal who was out of line with me. She had no right. She knew that I had COVID already. She knows I have antibodies. I was very nice. I don't have to offer you my medical history. It's none of your fucking business. There's HIPAA laws and there's the American with Disability Act. I don't have to offer you anything. I was nice enough to say, listen, it's good for having my antibodies. I have my note here saying why I don't have to wear a mask, how it's bad for me. I don't care about your paperwork. That's what really set me off.
Wow, that's
I
actually
understand
like
right now they're
shitty.
in trial because Governor Cuomo wasn't going to let them open the school. My district is one of the districts that really have in school right now. So at least they get to see their friends, but they don't get to see their friends. And they did everything. So I said to the superintendent, I understand your social, you're doing everything. Pick one. Don't do it all.
Plus,
You know?
like they're kids. Like I feel like kids are not getting COVID from what I'm.
No.
If it
They,
was, it would be fucking front page news. Like the
yeah,
MSM would be splashing it
yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, well,
And
come on.
it's
We all know about the COVID, first of all, now. A lot came out, especially with Cuomo and his fucking book. He's
right.
got
He has
bull.
a book coming out, doesn't he? Oh
It
God.
came out already. It came out yesterday. I told him when I was in Times Square yesterday, I was on my live feed. I was saying, Cuomo, come here so I can sign your fucking book and call you a murderer to your face.
Wow. Wow. He's pushing a book. I mean,
But with the school, I actually went to the school on a Monday and I brought bodyguards with me and they were in
you
suits.
really?
I did. I did.
Ooh, Tina, bodyguards.
I
This
had
is next
people with me.
level.
I had people with me because I didn't know what to expect when I went to the school, because me and the superintendent came to an agreement that I can stand on the sidewalk and that they will walk my granddaughter to me. But I went there with my people because they didn't realize how, from when I spoke to you, how big I got. I didn't even realize how big I got. I had people call me up after they saw my video. Oh, you want to sue? You want to start a class action lawsuit? You want this? Like, people actually coming to me, asking me,
Whoa.
what's going on in your granddaughter's school? What do you want to do? Do you want to do this? Do you need bodyguards? You need this? I was like, yeah. Let's see what happens when I go pick her up on Monday. And Monday, they
Wow.
didn't bother me about the mask. They just walked her over to me. I didn't even have to sign her out. They just saw me and walked her right over to me.
Just were like, don't hurt us, Tina.
So that was it with the school. That just like went away real quick. And then the principal tried like afterwards. She's like, now that you came to this agreement, we want your paperwork on file. So I called the superintendent. I said, she's not getting my paperwork now. Only because when I offered it to her, she didn't
Right.
want it. Now
She
she's
said I
still
didn't want
coming
it.
at me. Now she still wants to come at me like a little sly and say, bring me your paperwork. Fuck you, now you ain't getting it. And I hope she watches your fucking podcast too and somebody shows up. Because I still
Yeah.
really pissed her.
I probably not. But you know what? We'll try to get it to her.
I'll share it. I hashtag Nanny at school on my video. I hashtag. I don't give a shit. Hashtag the school district.
I love how people are like, they're really offering, it seems like, their services in all, no matter where they work,
They call me up to protect me when I do go on the MAGA drags, when I drag the interstate to Albany. You'd be very surprised at how patriotic people really are. They don't even ask for money.
What is a MAGA drag? Is it just like a bunch of cars together?
A bunch of cars. We meet up in all different spots in New York. Some come from all the way up.
Like a biker gang, right? Like I always see like the motorcycle guys.
Drag the interstate. And with people from all walks of life, we all meet up at certain points. We don't post where we're meeting up. We have our own little private thing. And, the Bronx people meet, and then they drag up to Westchester, and we have a spot there, and then Westchester crosses the Tappan Zee Bridge. We have a spot there. Then we go up to a rest stop, and there's more people there, and then we all head to Albany.
Wow.
And we rally around Albany, and there's like a lot of people, thousands of people. The last one, I think we got about 800 cars. It was 4 miles of cars on the thruway. We had it filmed.
Damn.
And we get great speakers. We get Scott LeBader to come, Chris Wright, Chris Wright, is that his name? Scott LeBader, there's a bunch of us. We all go, we speak. I'm always a speaker. They always ask me to speak.
Yeah, That's been crazy because,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I mean, you're obviously super comfortable on camera. You've been great on, my
Thank
show,
you.
this show, the Combat Media shows. But so
Yeah, I'm
how
not
many?
shy.
So now you're a speaker. Like you've been doing sort of
My God,
speaking
it's
engagements
amazing.
now with these
But when I
people.
went to AmFest, they invited me to AmFest to be a speaker, and I was amazed at the people that came just to meet me. Like, they came from other states to meet me. Texas,
Wow.
like it was just amazing. I'm very still overwhelmed by it. Like I'm walking in the streets of Miami and people are like, "You're the girl." I'm like, "What?" Like I'm a regular person. I don't see myself that way. And I'm not shy. So when people like they get nervous, like to ask me, because I tell that they want to ask me, "Will you do
For a
that to me? Can I
picture.
videotape it?"
Oh,
Like after they take a picture of me, I know that I go, you want to do the video? And then I'll do my shadow. I'll go, 2020, motherfucker, fuck out of here. And I do it for them. And they're like, thank you. So,
oh, you're
I'm
so
very friendly.
gracious. Yeah, you're not a diva, and you're
No,
like you have humility. You know that it's not about you. It's like, yes,
yeah,
you're a hilarious person, and like you have spirit, and you're like a character, but you know that it's about something bigger
yeah,
than
it's about something
yourself.
bigger. It's about our country. It's about our president. It's about what they've been doing to him and what they are still trying to do to him.
What has it been like? So, do they say to you, "Hey, Tina, you can just speak on whatever you want," or do they
Yeah,
want you to speak on certain things?
no, they just let me speak.
They just
Just
say
even
go.
even in AmFest, they just say, here's a microphone, just go. Even
Wow.
on 9/11 and on the boat parades, they just hand me and they go with it. No one, then they don't even stop me. It's like they don't stop me. They don't tell me don't curse, don't curse. When I curse, they cheer me on. Ah, I'm like, because like I had a few people on like groups that I'm in. Like a guy came at me and got fucking pissed. I go to these group meetings sometimes. I haven't went to one in a while. And he turns around, calls my phone. He's like, Tina, just want to give you a little advice. Who the fuck
Oh
wants
God,
you?
who
I
asked
hate
you?
people like that. 'Cause, maybe you shouldn't use the word cunt. I go, well, maybe you're a cunt for saying I shouldn't use the word cunt.
Yeah, you're like, maybe that's my favorite word. Maybe
Like,
that's
that to me, that you're being a cunt for just saying that to me. You're a cunt. That's it. Like I made up my mind. You're now a cunt on my list. Just
yeah,
keep
it's descriptive, like the whole of the UK. That's like their number one that's their number one word.
saying,
So,
yeah.
wow. That's pretty great. You know what it is like I think most people, a lot of Americans are really fed up with like the filtered, sort of cut and
Politically
paste,
correct.
politically correct, the bullshit we get from the mainstream media. It's
Yeah,
so like combed over,
yeah.
and everyone has the same talking points, and everyone's so careful. We can't mention George Soros. We can't talk about so
Oh,
many things that like
yeah.
that they will just give someone like you a microphone and be like, go off, girl.
Oh,
Like
they
say
tell
what
me,
you
go.
want.
I love it. I went to Jersey. I did a boat parade in Jersey. They handed me the microphone because a lot of people that, they work. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, tell me a little bit about Murphy. What do you want me to say to him? Because we anchored right in front of his house.
Murphy who?
Murphy, the governor of Jersey,
Oh, okay,
we
okay.
anchored
Oh.
right in front of his house. Yeah.
That's
So
what you
because
get for
he's on the
living on the
water. And
water.
I'm like, every weekend you have parties. Your kids have parties and they don't social distance and they don't wear fucking masks. And they like, they told me what they wanted to say to them. So I said it. But let me tell you something, Christy, there are people that, they could be vicious. Yesterday, 4 kids tried to jump me at the flag drop. We
No.
got spit at. We got eggs thrown at us. We have 4 young kids. 4 young
How
kids
old were
were
they?
13, 15. They were young. They were
And they tried
following
to
me.
jump you?
Yeah, a guy came in and stopped them. I was on a live feed, and while I was doing
Holy.
live, I saw them. They were cursing at me, and I was just trying to pay them no mind. And then I just said, these little fucks, And they came at me, rushed at me. I shut my phone down. My sister was watching. My sister's now calling my phone because she sees the kids behind me. She sees them coming at me. She's calling my phone. A big guy grabs them all and is trying to school them like, this is a woman. Do you even know what you're talking about? How old can you be? You
Yeah.
don't even have the right to vote. What are you doing here? Do you even know what you're talking about? Do you even know what this is about? We just got
Yeah.
finished doing they want to jump me. People
Like,
are so
why are you
mad.
mad? People have so much misplaced anger. And I
Yeah,
think it's like our society and our media has trained everybody to be like, whatever you're angry at, just point it at Trump, just
yeah,
point it at
people were
anybody
spitting.
conservative.
They started throwing eggs and spitting. I had a little skinny Chinese guy, and I telling me, fuck you. I was like, fuck you, take your virus back to China, motherfucker. You know, I was cursing
This is
right
all
back
your
at him.
fault. Why did you have to eat a
These
bat?
fucking bastards. It was crazy. Yeah, yesterday actually was we started off at a Trump Tower. The
Yeah,
flag
this
was
is in
75.
Manhattan. Yeah,
Yeah,
yesterday.
was 75 by 50. I FaceTimed you. I
That's
wanted you to.
huge.
I FaceTimed you.
Oh, I know. I was doing
I
like a
wanted
bunch of
you to see
recordings.
it. Yeah, I wanted you to
You
see it.
sent me the videos of it. It looked amazing. This flag looked like
And
it took up all of Times
it did. It
Square.
took up. We walked it from Trump Tower to Times Square. And we stood in Times Square for a good hour. We did the Pledge of Allegiance. We chanted 4 more years. Every news outlet picked us up. Breitbart, Fox. I was interviewed by NDT, the Chinese news network, the UK. We made it in California news. We were all over the news for doing this.
Wow.
We were retweeted by Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Kimberly Garfield. They put it on their Instagram. It was amazing. It was just amazing. We did it not for us because they interviewed me a few of the news stations, and I said, we're here to support our president. We're here because we want to be free. We don't want Biden. I call him Hyde and Biden. We don't want to be with Hyde and Biden and Harris. Heels in the air, Harris. We don't want them.
You call her heels in the air, Harris.
Heels in the
Is
air.
that a slutty joke?
Yes, that is a slutty joke. Heels in the air, Harris. Because she fucked her way to the top.
She lays down.
Yeah. So I says, we're free. We're free. We want to stay free. We're here to, we were ridiculed for 4 years for supporting a president. We didn't get to enjoy his presidency. We're ridiculed for waving an American flag. How fucking dare you? How dare you ridicule us for waving an American flag?
Yeah.
You know, and like, and the interviews actually went well because I called one of them and I go, because they kept asking me, so what do you think when they called Trump racist? I said, this is the 4th time you fucking asked me. While they were interviewing me, I was live. So you can hear me battling.
I saw you had your phone going and
I had my phone going and I'm being interviewed. So you hear him asking me over and over again about Trump being racist. Like, this is a
So he kept asking you the same question. Why
I
Trump?
says, Trump's
Wow.
not racist. No one's racist. Get off the topic already. It's enough.
They love that. They
Enough
like
already.
the left mob like loves because it's
Yeah.
like a witch hunt. It's like you're
Yeah.
racist, oh you're white supremacist. It's so easy to throw those words around and it's like
Yeah.
you can't prove it, right? It's like we've come
Yeah.
to a point where if someone says it, then it's true, and
Yeah.
it's like that's bullshit.
And I go out there to tell everybody, be loud, be proud. No more silent majority. You need to speak up. It's time. We need to speak up because all these years of being silent, they stepped all over us. They took advantage. They took our silence as weakness and they trampled all over us. And now they're trampling on our rights. And you have this wonderful, amazing man, our president, fighting for us. He don't need to be doing this. He's doing this because in his heart, he feels it's the right thing. And it is the right thing. And they're attacking him because of their corruption, because they know he can't be bought. And it's all coming out. It's all coming out. So everybody better go out and vote. Bring 4 or 5 people with you. Bring them in the car and go fucking vote.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Yeah, you're saying like, oh, it's all coming out. This whole, what do you think of the whole like Biden laptop contents coming into the public? I just saw a picture of him before we started recording of literally Hunter Biden asleep with a crack pipe hanging out of his mouth. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And these, they're saying that like there's this 12-minute video of him like doing crack and having sex with a prostitute, which is like, fine, do what you're gonna do, but like, I don't know. If your dad's in politics, like maybe think twice.
It's the emails that were on that laptop. It was all the shit that Joe Biden denied being involved in. Why do you think Hillary Clinton is telling Joe Biden, don't concede the election? Her dirt's coming out. His dirt's coming out. They're scared. They've thrown everything. They've placed every mob hit, and I call it a mob hit in like quotations. They threw everything at the president with the impeachment, just with everything. They go after his family, everyone around him. Nothing's sticking because he's a warrior and he's a fighter. He took that COVID And I says, he downed that COVID with liberal tears, motherfuckers.
He
because
really
that
was
was take him out.
unfazed. Like he and I know this from talking to Roger Stone, who you've also
Oh,
met.
I met him too. Yes,
I
yes.
saw that picture, the video of the two of you. I was like, Roger's face. He was like, I was trying to figure out, like, had he heard of you? He didn't know what to make of you. You're going like, you're going Trump 2020, motherfucker, and he's just like smiling, like,
yeah. He turned around, he goes, you know, you're more famous than me, and then I did the Trump 2020, motherfucker. I don't think he expected me to do it when I'm standing right there.
yeah. It was just so funny because you guys could not be more different. But like Roger told me that like Trump actually like he's just a strong dude. Like he just has such good constitution because he'll eat like McDonald's. He'll eat like he'll have like a kind of a bad diet, but he's like strong as hell and like was unfazed by COVID. It seems
He's strong-willed
in and out.
too. I mean, he's a warrior. Nothing, bothers him. God bless him.
It's true. I believe there's such a strong mind-body connection, and he's just like.
And they try to destroy him and his family for what? For your dirt, for your corruption.
Because they're scared shitless.
They're scared.
Yeah, it's
crazy. They didn't expect this, and that's why they're doing everything. I honestly believe they were part of the COVID problem.
Oh,
I wouldn't pass them. I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh yeah, you have Fauci talking about they kept saying it. Bill Gates and Fauci are both saying, well, there's gonna be a pandemic, like the predicting it down to the year, and then Bill Gates has his like the event 201 or whatever, the event where they like ran a practice COVID pandemic and they were giving out like plushy COVID stuffed animals. It's like, and then you see him, over a period of years, Gates is investing in all these vaccine companies. It's like the writing is all there, it's
and then Cuomo wants to write a book about how he handled the COVID. You fucking murdered all the elderly. I have my papers right there to the left of me of my hydroxychloroquine prescription that got denied with his executive order, with it highlighted, because I'm waiting for the day to meet him, because I ended up in the hospital, because that would have saved me from going to the hospital.
Yeah, you would have been.
I have it in for him with that. And I think a class action lawsuit needs to come up, not only with the nursing homes. I think it needs to come up with hydroxychloroquine. He's got a lot of balls writing a fucking book. He never used any of the hospitals that Trump gave him, never used any of them, not one of them. He could have sent people to the COVID hospitals that President Trump built, and he didn't. He didn't do it on purpose. He's got almost $40,000 for every fucking ventilator, every person that was put on a ventilator. That people that died, he got paid money for. Don't get the fuck out of here with his bullshit. He's so on my shit list. And he doesn't put his schedule up for nothing. Wow. He does never ever puts an event up because he don't want somebody like me showing up with a bullhorn.
Yeah. I mean, like, didn't today, like, Biden canceled all of his events?
Yeah.
When, like, from 10:45 a.m. on, he just was done when this news
Trump
broke.
Goes right out. Even when Trump had COVID, he still spoke. What are you hiding for, Biden?
Yeah, Trump was like, yeah, well, it'd be nice to, like, make myself safe, right? But, like, I'm the president. I have to be a leadership. Yeah.
I have to lead. They won't want to stay scared hiding.
It's so crazy.
Put that fear on us. They want to scare us.
Yeah, with these emails that came out from Hunter's laptop, that the big thing is like, oh well, yeah, like Biden's Hunter straight up introduced his dad to one of these Ukrainian executive guys, and then you have that past clip from, I forget where it was, but Joe Biden was at, like a rally or a speaking event or whatever, and some guys like asking him about Hunter, and then Joe Biden gets so triggered. He goes, you don't know, you're a liar. He's like, look here, fat, because the guy was overweight. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is triggered.
I called this a couple of weeks ago because all this shit was starting to like stir up. I says, he doesn't want, this is before Trump got the COVID. I says, he's not going to debate him on the 15th because he doesn't want to be questioned about his son. That's the real reason. Now he's using every excuse not to do the debate tomorrow, which is canceled. You want to do a virtual debate? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Bad enough they spoon feed him like he's a 6-month-old child, that they don't ask him any hard questions. When he's on the news, they don't interview him anything tough at all. Mm-hmm. You know what? I always say a woman wins every argument. Guess what? Kamala Harris was eaten alive by Mike Pence. That man won that argument. He's the first man ever in the world to win an argument against a woman. How do you like that?
Oh, yet the left will obsess about the fly, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, a
Well,
fly landed on
it
him.
came from her fucking crotch.
You're like, there's more where that came from. Keep your legs
Yeah, her
shut,
legs were
Kamala.
open. Her legs were fucking a spread
Oh my
eagle.
God. I love these lame jokes. I'll never stop laughing at them. Yeah, and then now you have, I mean, we all know there's so much social media suppression going on of the truth. We know that Twitter is in on it. We know that Facebook is in on it.
I'm shadow
Just today, we're all
shadow banned.
anybody who's in search of the truth or speaking the truth, slowly getting shadow banned or just straight up regular banned.
Everyone's emailing me. My business email, Tina, where'd you go? I'm like, I'm still there. You have to put in my whole name. Please share me. Try and, just keep sharing.
Your Twitter's shadow banned?
My Twitter's shadow banned and my Instagram is shadow banned. People are emailing me saying, Tina, where did you go? I'm like, I'm there.
Jesus.
Punch in my full name.
Because I know you can use the website shadowban.eu, and I think that tells you. I'll check that from time to time to see. But yeah, like if you type your handle into Twitter and it doesn't come up, that's what happens with all my porn star friends. They just like, you have to get the spelling 100% right.
What I did this morning was when the New York Post article came out, I was up early. I was up from 6 o'clock.
Did you know that just now my producer is telling me Kayla McEnany was suspended from Twitter? Suspended?
Get
really?
the fuck out of here.
This just happened for sharing the post, for sharing the New York Post article.
I shared it.
I shared it too.
I was one of the first people that shared it 7 o'clock this morning.
I shared it from Ashley St. Clair's account, and she's kind of a big
I shared it 10 hours ago. I was one of the first people to share it. It got
the post had Twitter blocked?
Locked.
Yeah.
The New York Post.
Twitter locked the New York Post?
Yeah, that I know. That I know. I shared it early this morning. Very early, like when it first broke. I think I shared it like six something this morning. It was a little before 7. It was 10 hours ago. And it was retweeted 2,000 times already. Got
wow. Twitter is doing so much to censor this Biden news, because you look at my trending just now. Well, number 1, the Dodgers. Number 2, Ice Cube. Number 3, Dexter. Are you kidding me? None of these should be the top trends. It should be, this Biden story is the biggest story. Yet they have, Melania Trump talks about having COVID, and it's like, this dog photo. I mean,
it's on right now. I'm watching big tech censorship. Twitter and Facebook limit traffic to Hunter Biden's story. So it's on Fox News right now.
That just fucks them, because like it makes people, anytime you're like, don't look at this, it makes me want to look at it more. And then it goes, why are you blocking this? Is that because it's true?
Right. So what I did this morning was I put it up real early and I kept telling everybody, share it, everybody share this before you take it down, share it, copy it, screenshot it, do whatever you have to do to save it, screenshot every page.
Yeah.
Just keep sending it out, and that's what I did.
That's always good to do whenever you see something hot, to just screenshot each page or do a screen record of yourself. Like,
see, on my Facebook, it was 12 hours ago I shared it. I put it up 12 hours ago on Facebook.
Wow. Because I retweeted it from Ashley St. Clair, and then I look back, because I'm always looking at my Twitter feed, and I'm like, oh, it's gone. It's just gone. Like it was poof, removed.
Crazy what they're doing. It's insanity.
They're not even trying to hide it anymore.
No, they're not. So how can people actually go out and vote for these motherfuckers? I'm very passionate. You see that. I'm just very passionate about this. It's really, it's why I'm here. It's why I do what I do. I didn't do this I didn't even purposely do this. I just was trying to wake people up.
You just were like, this is how I feel. You fucking screamed into your phone. You put it online.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like Joe Biden says, that's like, wake up.
Come on, man. You know the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing, your New York Post article, the thing.
And New York Post, like, that's not shit. That's not like a tabloid. That's like, they're legit. So it's like,
New York Post a few weeks ago, they interviewed me.
Wow,
for the magazine.
really?
Nice. Yeah. They did an article on me. They put my name in there and everything.
Tina, I hope you're framing all these. I hope you have a wall of fame in your house somewhere of all your stuff.
I know. And then it's just amazing. Everyone was asking me for hats and shirts. And so I opened up a store.
You opened up quite the
I
merch
opened
store,
up a
Tina.
merch. Yes, I actually have a Cuomo's face, and it says Cuomo the commie cunt underneath him, and
Oh
I'm coming
yeah,
out with a fuckface Fredo one.
you
It
have
was
a
so
Nancy Pelosi slur of the
love of the
house.
house.
These would
Yeah,
make great stocking stuffers.
people were asking
It's
me, so I
never
did
too
it.
early.
People were asking me, so I did it.
It's so wild. So it's like you have, now the New York Post is being considered fake news just because it's breaking the
Yeah.
story about Hunter Biden's laptop. And then we have,
But they actually break fake stories. The media actually tells, like, the Russian collusion for
oh
three
yeah,
fucking years and everything else that they did. That's okay. Where they're not censored, they're not anything. They'll keep putting it out there, and we know that it's fake fucking news.
yeah,
We know now.
it's so obvious that the media is sucking the left stick.
So so
Every
we
way
have to be the
possible.
media, and that's why I wrote this one. We have to be the media. We have to take the job of the MSM, and we have to be the media and get this out there.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, if you're not kind of waking up at this point, then you're delusional, because there's so much evidence to support that this is
Yeah.
what's going on. And even like currently now with the hearings of Amy Coney
Amy
Barrett, they're
Coney
trying to
Barrett.
confirm her.
It's
And
cool.
then, like, were you watching it? They had Kamala Harris in the same building as her, but in a different room because of COVID.
But she went into a full elevator.
Meanwhile, she went into a full elevator full of people, but also in her room, you can tell she has a teleprompter because you can see her eyes reading.
Yeah.
She's looking to camera, like, oh, like she's this big important diva because she's vice presidential, like, nomination or whatever. And it's like, somebody, I think it was Ted Cruz, who pointed out, like, yeah, all these same, everybody, all the Democrats were here just yesterday, but they're not here today. It's because they don't, you know what I mean? Like, they'll use COVID as a convenient excuse to suit their needs, but like, when it's something that they want to have happen, like, they'll come out and they won't care about COVID anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. It's sick. They're sick. They're sick people.
Yeah.
When President Trump says that, they're sick people.
Yeah, I think they're really freaking out. I mean, there must be some real more, like, I mean, I know there's more shit coming out, but the way they're acting,
put them in Gitmo.
Warm it up, baby.
Let's go. It's the truth.
I guess they're sanitizing it right now.
Nah, they belong in the filth. Don't sanitize it. Just fucking throw them in there.
It's nuts. It's nuts. But it's like, I think you really speak for so many people that are afraid to say something. They're afraid to lose their job. They're afraid to lose friends. There's like so much power in not giving a fuck. But at the same time, you are making yourself vulnerable to, it's like, I'm sure you've had friends or people, like, since you've become more outspoken, maybe they've, like, have you lost any friends in the last few months since you've been?
I'm not a big people person. Like I love people, but I'm not like one. I don't like have like. To me, my friends are more of people I grew up with, people that I feel a connection with, like not a sexual connection, but like people that are real. Like I get a good vibe with people. I get a good vibe with you. So I'm not one to like just go out to the bar and just like make friends with 10 new people and call them my BFFs.
Yeah. I mean, we're not 20 years old. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So have I lost friends? I fought with friends. I've fought with people. I don't know if I really lost any friends, because I never really considered anybody I fought with a close friend.
Good for you. Good for you.
That's
the real lesson in like growing up, is like, yeah, like you have like 5 friends, maybe. I don't know.
When it comes down to it, it's the truth. When it comes down to it, it's the truth.
Of all the people that you've met, like who has surprised you the most? Like, who did you expect to maybe be standoffish, who was like really nice, like of all the, I guess, sort of maybe famous people you've met in the last few months?
I have to say, they're all great people. Like I was nervous going to AmFest to meet all the people that I met. Like they were big names. This Cora Lindowski was down there. Dinesh, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Dinesh.
Dinesh was down there. Like there were so many people down there. When I saw my name up with all these other people, I was nervous. And then when you're in the same room with them, they're just like us. And they're such wonderful, loving, happy people that just have passion and stand for something they believe in. And I just was taken back by that. There was nobody that was standoffish. There was nobody that was nothing. They were all down to earth.
Wow.
And the Trump family is the salt of the earth. And I called them that the day that they left the boat. I hugged them all, and I said, "You're the salt of the earth family, a beautiful family. They really are."
Did you meet Eric? Like who from the?
I met the sister Lizzie.
Oh yeah.
I forget the kids' names. Now, I didn't meet Eric and Donald Jr. I was supposed to meet them. They were supposed to come to AmFest, a few of them with the COVID. There was the COVID scare, so a few didn't come. I met a couple of the nieces and nephews. Robert's wife, Anne Marie, really nice. I met a lot of people from the Trump campaign. They're really down to earth people.
Do people recognize you a lot?
Yeah, they do.
Like no matter where you are, like no matter what state.
No matter where I am, even people on the boat that day that I was looking forward to meeting, they knew me. They knew me, and I was amazed by like Thomas Mundy, who does the Trump impersonations. He's amazing. He yells out now at the end of his things, "Trump 2020 motherfucker." I was hysterical laughing.
Like, that's me.
I was dying. Like he calls me potty mouth. So we do like these little skits when we're together. In fact, we're going to be together this weekend. We're doing a rally up in Port Jefferson.
Oh.
I was actually supposed to go down. I was invited to go back to Jupiter to be on the boats for the last Florida boat parade. I want to be in New York. I think New York is important right now, and I'm going to miss being with a lot of great people that I met. But I just came home Monday to fly back out again.
Damn.
Tomorrow. I was supposed to leave tomorrow. Come home Sunday. It's a lot for me. I'm tired. And don't forget, I did have the COVID. I have damage from it. So I think New York needs more power right now. We need to turn New York. I think Florida's okay.
Florida's good. Yeah.
Florida's good.
Florida's
it's down
good.
there. Miami's rallying. They're all rallying down there. I'm going to miss being there. I was invited to go to Jupiter.
Wow.
Be on the boat, but I want to be here.
Do they make you wear a mask when you go on planes?
They make you wear a mask when you go on the plane, and it was great because the guy recognized me. He goes, "You can put it on your chin."
Oh, that's great.
He recognized me. So I got a special one that said Trump 2020 on it, and out of courtesy, because I didn't want to argue, and especially I didn't want to not be able to get on the plane and miss my AmFest.
Yeah.
And I have to say they were pretty cool about it.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I just saw this kind of viral clip about this guy who was wearing a Trump mask, and like they were trying to throw him off the plane, and then actually the other passengers had his back. They're like, no, he just had it down because he was eating nuts. Like, basically, other people around him were like saying, relax. Like he's like I think one of the flight attendants was trying to throw him off, and people around him were like, no, it was crazy.
The flight attendants were cool. Even the pilot was like, "I like your shirt. I like that." Like everything I had on. Like, 'cause I went down there, and like as soon as when I got to the airport, I have one of those signs that open and close. And I'm in the airport going, and it says Trump 2020.
Really?
Yeah, hold on, let me get it.
So you have a portable sign? Oh my God. That's really funny.
So I go like this every time.
So you just walk around with that?
I walk around with it in my pocketbook. And when I see like douchebags, I'm like,
oh my God. You're like a cartoon. I love it though. Like you're just doing your thing.
Somebody
no matter
actually
where you are.
make a cartoon of me. Somebody asked if they could write a comic book.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm like, what? Like I'm like amazed at a lot of the things that people ask me. A lot of the people that want to talk to me, I'm surprised.
It sounds like it's still hard for you to process that you have fans.
Yeah, it is. Because I don't consider them fans. I consider them like we're one big family.
Like we're all one.
It's like we the people.
Yeah.
Like I'm not different than anybody else, and I'm glad to have a voice for you, but I don't put myself above you or below you. We're all equal.
Yeah. You're not like a diva.
Yes. Oh, no.
Do a lot of people ask you for like pictures and autographs and things like that?
Yeah. I get some weird requests. Oh,
really? What's the weirdest request?
Oh God. People want pictures of my feet. And fucking what's
now
with
you've
the
made
foot
it.
fetish, man?
People are gonna always ask for your feet.
What's up with that?
I just love your feet.
What's up? I do have tiny little cute feet, but I mean, come on now.
What size foot are you?
Size 5.
Okay, that's like that's like a child foot. That's a
I know.
tiny foot.
I do wear little boy sneakers. I could fit into boy
Oh my God.
sneakers.
But
So it's,
you're petite. I
I
mean,
save
like,
a lot of money
yeah.
with
Wow.
that. Yeah.
So you're not sending out foot pics, but
No foot
no,
pics. No, nope. No nudes.
no
No,
nudes.
no crazy. People are just crazy. Things
They
that they
just,
want
they
to
get
share.
excited and
They
they
just
ask
put
for
it
too
out
much.
there. Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
mind. Anybody can approach me. I'm very approachable. People see me. Can we take a selfie? Yeah, I don't shy away from anybody. I even offer. I know they want me to say, "We love what you say. We love the way you do that thing." And I'm like, "I'll do it for you." I was like, "Will you?" And I
Oh,
do it for them, and they get all excited. And they're like, "Thank you so much. It's fine."
you like
I
make people happy. Yeah.
oh,
And there's so many people who like
I
get
did
famous for something who won't like
great.
do the
You want to hear
thing.
this? Ricky Rebel. I danced. He performed at. I got on the stage with him, and I brought Trump the car,
Aw.
and we did the MAGA, and Bryson Gray. What a
I love Bryson. I interviewed
oh
him on
my
this
God!
podcast. Yeah.
He is such an amazing guy. The way he sang, and I got up on the stage with him, and
He's
we
cool.
walked over to the side. He actually, my granddaughter, who's 6, listens to the song "Donald Trump is your president," and I got to FaceTime her and my
Oh.
son, and I had the FaceTime up, and he was saying hello, and then he made her a video for her for
Mm.
life, and it says, "Hey,
Wow.
Gianna, you're amazing," and he sang a little bit of the song for her, like such down to earth people, like that was amazing to be asked to come on the stage with them to dance, and it went like all over Twitter. You see me in my long red dress with Ricky Rebel. You see me at the pool party with him dancing, and so like it was great.
That's really great. Is anybody like, because I know that you are like, how's your husband taking all this attention? Like, is he overwhelmed
Yeah,
too?
no, he gets a kick out of it now. At
Yeah.
first, he was like, "Oh, brother." He's like, "Oh, geez," but he enjoys it now. Like he enjoyed coming to Miami. He did. I actually was. He didn't come to the events with me at night. He went gambling at the Hard Rock Casino.
That's good.
So I basically did everything myself. But during the day, he was very like with the speakers. He actually was like, "Wow, this is like these people are amazing. They're
Yeah.
amazing people."
I've met him. He's a great dude. First of all, he's like just you get great energy, cool dude, but he's like a
Yeah.
big guy. So I'm like, oh, I immediately was like, oh, good. She's got like a big, strong dude around her in case anyone tries to fuck with her. Not like you couldn't take them yourself, probably,
Yeah.
but in case there's rowdy 12-year-olds.
Oh, Maron, that was ridiculous yesterday.
Has there ever been a time that you've been like a little scared, nervous, worried for
Yeah,
yourself?
yesterday was a little scary being in Times Square because
Yeah, I was just walking around there on Monday.
it started getting a little dark. So we went to a pub. As we were walking away, like we all stood, we're like, nobody walk, nobody separate in 2s or 4s, everybody stay together. Like, let's stay together, walk. We walked into a pub. I forget the name of it. When I
In Times
walked in,
Square?
right, it was a few blocks away. You walk
Mhm.
back, we were walking back towards Trump Tower. We made a right, it was a rooftop.
Oh,
So we walk in, and the 2 people standing at the door take the temperature went, I gotta call my boss. My boss just left. My boss fucking
really?
loves you. When my boss knows you're gonna be that you're here, he's gonna be so pissed he just left. I made him a video. I said,
Oh
God,
my
take a video of me. He called me up on the
God.
phone, and he was like, I can't believe you're in my restaurant. I was like, me? Like I can't believe that.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so cool, Tina. That's really great that
Yeah.
you like made him a video.
I met great people. I met Eddie, a part of Scott Lebado's team. I made friends with Jen Morrow. They're phenomenal people. Like I made better friends, and I've made better friends now than the people I actually grew up with that want to come whining on my fucking page that I have no compassion. I don't have compassion. I have a lot of compassion. Just because I
Mhm.
don't sit there and put that I have COVID, or just because I don't believe in masks and everything else out there, doesn't make me not compassionate.
Yeah, you're
Like,
not a complainer. That doesn't
right,
mean
I'm
that you
not.
don't have empathy.
Right,
It's just,
exactly.
yeah.
So, there
Wow.
are, like, I met more amazing people now than I've known my whole life.
How do
You're,
you deal with the people like from your past who do write like salty things on your page or
yeah,
whatever? Like,
I do. You notice that, right? I throw my little digs out there.
do you do you respond? Do you just sort of
I
roll
leave
your
them.
eyes? Yeah.
I leave them sitting there. I don't even bother. They're not worth my time or energy.
Yeah, it's true. And it's interesting to see like when you become, and I noticed this a little bit more with myself. Like, I mean, I'm nowhere near as big as you, Tina, but like the more
Yes, you
well
are.
known you get, the more people from your past love to pop up out of nowhere and judge you.
Yeah, yeah,
Because maybe they want a little bit of attention. It's
yeah,
it's a little
exactly.
sad. Yeah. Or they're
Yeah.
super jealous or they're
Oh
just like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Very. I get. Yeah.
it's a
Mm.
lot. We see you.
I know who you are, motherfucker. I know who you
Fuck
are.
out of here.
Fuck out of here.
What is your what are your feelings on, early voting, absentee voting? Do you think that's making things messier, or do you think it's
I
possible
think
that
it's.
some early
I
voting
think
could
it's.
help?
I think it's making things messier. I think everybody should just go out and vote. Don't be scared. Just fucking go.
On the day, most people have the day off
Just
from work
go.
if they're not
I
already,
understand an absentee ballot. That I understand. Like if
you're at
you
it
keep
back
your,
home or whatever.
because
Yeah.
there's more. There's that's more of a process that you have to go through. But this mail-in voting, that's fucking bullshit. That's just has cheating written all over it.
Yeah, I know. I feel
Mm.
like, and the whole mainstream media is setting up this in advance. They're going, well, don't accept the answer.
Right.
If Trump comes out and wins on election night,
Yeah.
don't believe it. And then
Don't.
they're going to have
Yeah.
just like a sack of fake
That's why
votes.
everybody needs to go out and vote because he needs to win without that little margin of error. He needs to straight up win
Yeah. If
with
it's just
actual personal
overwhelming.
voting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're trying to do that in all these states. They're all fucking blue states. Just like all the blue states are the ones that had all the grandmas and grandpas murdered. They murdered them with their nursing home mandates. All
Mm-hmm.
the blue states are the ones that are all locked down.
Yeah. And it's like they're falling apart. Like so many people I know have just quietly moved away from New York and just
Yeah.
they go back home or they
Yeah.
go where they're from or like wherever their parents
Actually,
are.
when I spoke down in Miami, I actually brought you up doing the podcast. I said, the first time I actually went in person to a podcast with Compound Media with in Hot Water with
Aw.
Chrissy and everyone, and I named you. I was speaking on the microphone. It was great. They were great people, but getting there with the things I saw in the city and leaving there, the
Mm.
things I saw in the city, I had tears in my eyes. How our city changed. You're really the only that I came out to do your shows, and I never really saw what the city looked like anymore after COVID and all the lockdowns and
Right, because that
everything.
was
How
Was that
quick
July? When did you come do because
I
you
we
did
did
the
the debate,
debates, right?
and then I did the in hot water.
Yeah.
So I was just shocked at the
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 state it was in.
deterioration, how quickly it deteriorated. I mean, don't get me wrong. New York's been going to shit for a long time, but it went totally collapsed real
Yeah.
fast.
It's like it's really sad and the people that can't afford to move out or there's something about New York and LA. They're two cities that you have to sort of fight to make it in. So I get that people who live there have it's so much a part of their identity because it's like, well, you gave up comfort, quality of life,
Mhm.
saving money, space, having a yard. You gave up all these things just to live in New York City. So I understand like, being defensive of it, but now all the things that made the city worth it, like the culture and the food and the energy, like that's all
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
So I think a lot of like people who live in the city are just lost, and it's like they're unable to like acknowledge that it's a shithole now, and
yeah.
they're not even picking up trash like on the Upper
Nothing.
East Side anymore.
No,
So
not. It's terrible. It's a disgrace.
it's
It's
sad.
sad. And we said at the same time, it is. It's sad.
It's sad, but no, go ahead, Cuomo. Write a book about how
Yeah, write a
great you
book about
are.
how you great. Yeah, what a great job you did with the fucking COVID. We had the highest numbers of deaths in New York. I think New York we are the state that had the most deaths because of him.
Yeah. Yeah, he really kind of like I know I was talking to somebody recently and they were like and they're obviously like super on the left and then the Cuomo came up and he was like, "Well, everybody makes mistakes." And I was like, "Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's
that
not like
wasn't
a
a
oops."
mistake. No,
Yeah.
no, no. He couldn't even answer the question. He was being interviewed the other day. He totally dodged the questions about the nursing home. You know,
Wow. Yeah, he just
yeah.
wants to like can we just stop talking about that? Can we stop
And you know what?
bringing it up?
I actually sat on the plane with an Orthodox Jew from Brooklyn on the way to Florida.
Really?
And he was telling me he just loved my vibe and my
Was he a
energy. And
landlord?
we actually had we spoke the whole way down to Florida together, and he was sitting right next to me. He was telling us how fed up they
Did
are.
he know who you were?
He knew who I was.
Even
We
the
were talking
Orthodox
about,
Jews know who you were.
yeah, he knew who I
Wow.
was. We were talking about what they're doing about their religion, how they can't practice their religion down there, how they locked his zip code down again. They
Really?
locked
This
down
is
they locked down certain zip codes in Brooklyn. His was one of them. And
I feel like I heard about
they
this.
took to the streets. They burnt their masks in the streets. They took to when do Orthodox Jews go
Do
to the
anything. Yeah. When do they
they took to the streets?
Yeah, they keep to themselves. They keep to their own.
Yeah.
That's pretty unprecedented that they
That
were like,
pissed
yeah,
them
fuck it.
off. De
Yeah.
Blasio and Cuomo pissed the Orthodox Jew community off. That's bad. Because when
Wow.
they come out.
Oh yeah.
Well, what they did was, he was telling me, was they used a picture, Cuomo used a picture that was 14 years old, from 14 years ago, of a rabbi coming to speak. He used that picture about why they closed down his zip code, because there was a large gathering. The picture was 14 years old, and they
Wow.
called him out on it.
And did they acknowledge? Probably the
They
media didn't
acknowledged it.
acknowledge it.
It was a mistake.
Oh, oops! We just switched out
Oops,
with the other
we
photo.
did it again. Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing. Because I mean, this is really something that's kind of uniting a lot of New Yorkers in a way. But
Yeah.
it sucks that it takes something
The
horrible.
5 boroughs need to wake up, man, because I do those drag the interstates to Albany. And when Albany sees me show up, because a lot of them are there, they're like, Tina's coming. And they're like, we gave up on you guys. We gave up on the 5 boroughs. They
Really?
gave up on us. They feel like we're a lost cause there. No one ever shows up for events and rallies. It's always upstate New York is red, and we just every night. And I try to get that across to Long Island, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx. I tell them, well, listen, you need to do the MAGA drag the interstate. You can't just stay locked up in your own little fucking bubble in Long Island. And instead, we all need to come together, the 5
Yeah,
boroughs.
I'm from Long Island, and we love to stay on Long Island. We
Like in a
we
little
love to never
bubble.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have 2 big events coming up. The October 31st is the MAGA drag to Albany.
Ooh, okay.
And because the 5 boroughs don't like to leave their fucking bubble, why would you want to leave? It's disgusting down here. We have a MAGA drag just for the 5 boroughs.
Ooh, when's that?
November 1st. So
Interesting.
you will see details on my website. I'll be posting about it, putting the flyers together. So we're gonna drag all around.
Okay, so great. So if you want to get involved and you're hearing this and you're getting inspired, October.
MAGA drag the interstate.
Okay,
And
MAGA drag the interstate.
New York, we have the NY MAGA drag, New York drag. We took the MAGA out of it because we really want New Yorkers to come out, and they shadow banned the MAGA. So we made it New York drag. Yeah. So I'll be posting more about it, and I'd love to see people come out with their flags. Come out.
Come out wherever you are.
No violence. We say the Pledge of Allegiance. We sing the anthem. We have speakers. It's a beautiful day. Everyone's loving. If you feel like you want to wear a mask, you don't get ridiculed for it. Wear it if you feel comfortable. You don't have to around us.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful day.
Yeah, I like it when because I went into a crystal store because I'm like a little hippie. I went to a crystal store the other day, and like I was like trying to figure out if the guy was like masky or not masky. He's like, COVID doesn't exist in here. I'm like, yes, I'm with you.
That's great.
I spent too much money on crystals, but it's fine. That's great. Yeah, it's so overblown. It's such bullshit. But yeah, if it makes you feel safer, by all means. And I guess people could probably do you want people to message you directly for anything, or they should just go to these websites?
I really don't do much in Messenger, but I do have a business email, and I actually have a business phone number. I don't remember off the top of my head that people can text me on.
And your merch site, where can people go to get their Slur of the House shirts?
Yes, it's actually real, TINA40.com. And if you put the code in, I met Tina, you get a discount.
I love it. I have met you. I will use that code because I want to get some stuff.
I met Tina, IMETTINA, and you get 10% off your order. and it's and the website is www.realtina40.com, and it's a 40.
40.
Yep.
I love it. Tina, thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Can't wait to
coming
see
on.
you.
I can't wait to see you too. Yes.
Yes.
Tune in. Tina and I will be part of Compound Media's election night coverage. So tune in.
Excited.
It may be live streaming through their YouTube. I
I
think it
get to
is.
say Trump won the
Yeah.
state of
You can flash.
motherfuckers.
You can
Yeah.
flash your sign. Yeah, I'll be posting, more details about that as it gets closer. But shit, it's in 3 weeks, so it's
Yeah.
it's
And
coming
I'll be
up.
posting about the maca drag. Jump in my car, Chrissy. Come with me.
Ooh,
And drive with me.
okay. Wait, it's on Halloween?
That one's on Halloween, one's on November 1st. They're doing them all over the place. I'm going to one in Port Jefferson this weekend.
Okay, maybe on the 1st, because I have big
Yes,
Halloween
yes.
plans.
Yeah, no, I know. They're doing well. We're doing it on the 31st. The way they're doing it is they're doing a Halloween one. So we're bringing candy with us. And you can bring the kids, since Cuomo's not letting people trick or treat. It's going to be a nice
Ooh,
day for the kids, dressed up in their costumes. Everyone's bringing like 5 big bags of candies. And we're going to go from car to car when we get
love
to our
it.
final destination, which we don't post.
Right.
We do it verbally at the different stops. We never post where we're going to be. And it's pretty cool.
Because you're smart, Tina.
Very
Tina.
nice. My son just walked in. That's beautiful.
Oh, great. Tina, where can
Showing me
everybody
my
follow you?
fish.
What is that? What is
My
that?
son is showing me my new backsplash for my kitchen.
Ooh, I love a little
That's my son.
backsplash.
Here you go, to put your face in. That's my son.
Hi. Oh my God, he's hot. Hello, Tina's son.
Hello, Tina's son. She said you're hot.
Ooh. All right. All
He said,
right.
"We're going
Cool.
on a date."
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna turn that down.
She's not tearing that down. She said.
Tina. Tina, where can people follow you? I think you're Real Tina 40
Real
on
Tina
Twitter.
40 Real Tina 40 at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Paula. I have YouTube, Real Tina 40.
Instagram.
Just my YouTube went a little viral too recently. So I've been uploading my rants from my YouTube to Facebook because they've been
Good.
taking my rants down. Yeah. So
Facebook
yeah.
and a Facebook. Yeah.
And I met Tina when you go to the store and you get 10% off.
Yes, get 10% off realtina40.com. I met Tina. This was so great. Tina, thank you so much. And I'll see you on November 3rd.
November 1st. I'm going to call you
Or
personally.
November 1st.
I'll call you personally about that. You can drive with me.
Ooh, okay. Bye.
Okay? All right, bye.